You're watching Poland Daily Business, and we'll talk tonight about the world after the COVID-19. It seems that the cases are falling down. The number of cases is definitely less than a few weeks ago, at least in Poland. And also we see the new vaccines that are coming online. So hopefully we see the way out of this difficult situation. What will be the world after the COVID-19? Will we return to 2019 fantastic parameters? This question I will ask to Jerzy Bielewicz, financial analyst and Gazeta Bankowa writer. Sir, welcome to our show.
Good to be here.
So what do you think? We will return to the growth very soon, or rather we are expecting the grim crisis, which will look pretty much like 1920s?
Our problem, first of all, is COVID-19. And we should be optimistic because it would go away probably in the middle of next year, thanks to vaccines, yeah. But on the other hand, our optimism has to be limited because of what happened because of pandemia. The debt levels increased substantially in Europe, in the United States, in African countries, in Asian countries. For example, the level of indebtedness of Republic of Italy would go up from Sorry.
Dobra, to wytniemy to, bo prosimy o edycję. To zacznijmy raz jeszcze od pytania.
Dobra, czyli ja gadam.
Tak, odpowiadasz od razu.
I would say that we have to be optimistic because the most important problem goes away in the middle of the next year. I believe the COVID pandemia would recede by middle of the year next year, and that's why we have to be optimists. But on the other hand, we have to be pragmatic and realistic. And one reason why the time after the COVID is not going to be that easy is the debt levels all around the world. For example, Republic of Italy, its debt level stands at 134% of GDP at the end of last year, but it's expected to rise to 160% at the end of 2020. And the same with Spain, the same with France. France is expected to have debt levels at 120% at the end of 2020. So these debt levels might be not repayable because of pandemia. And I think we have to think about restructuring of debt in countries like Italy. Otherwise, the risk would increase, and we would face very soon financial crisis, banking crisis, sovereign debt crisis.
You think there are political consequences of the weak financial situation of the countries like Italy or Greece or Portugal or Spain?
Once again, could you repeat?
Do you think that there are political consequences of the weak financial position of the countries like you mentioned, Italy?
The debt levels are about sovereignty. If you are indebted, you are not sovereign state. And this is the case of Italy. I just remind you that there was a government in Italy which considered exiting the Eurozone. but it was instructed by European Central Bank that the debt level, if they exit the Eurozone, that debt level of Italy would increase about 30-40% because there are hidden debts in Central European system, hidden Italian debts, which amount to 30% of GDP, which is huge increase in debt. If you are, for example, Poland, on the other hand of the spectrum, our debt is going to be no bigger than 60% of GDP after COVID. And we have quite a lot of room for our economic initiatives. We just formulated the plan 5 years ago, which is very competitive to Germany. We'd like to be energy independent, which goes against interests of Russia. So we'd like to be, first of all, sovereign state. And this is the main goal for this government. And it has some resistance. It meets some resistance from our neighbors, as Germany, especially Germany. For example, we have a plan to build central communication hub between Warsaw and Łódź, which would be in direct competition with Berlin airport, which was just opened. And you can see many conflict of interest. On the other hand, as I said, Polish-German cooperation is very important for both countries. For example, this trade relationships. We right now a bigger partner, trade partner for Germany than France, and we have to find the solutions and stop quarreling. But there has to be a compromise, and I would say, if not under Angela Merkel, we would find this compromise next year.
Well, anyway, we will see how the situation will develop. At this time, we can expect a big tensions. Jerzy Bielewicz, Gazeta Bankowa writer and financial analyst. Sir, thank you very much for this conversation.
Thank you very much.
And that was it for Poland Daily Business. Tomorrow we'll be back, same time, with another exciting topic, so don't miss our show.